Hey everyone, I am Pratibha, working as assistant professor in the Department of CSCI at SVCE Bangalore. Today I'll be taking out a session on Introduction to Data Structure. So what do you mean by data structure? A data structure is nothing but a logical or a mathematical model which is used for organization of data in a systematic way. There are basically two types of data structure, a linear data structure and a non-linear data structure. Under linear data structure, we again fall into three categories, stack, queue and linked list. In a non-linear data structure, we will be having the trees and graphs. So what do you mean by linear data structure? Linear data structure is nothing but the elements will be arranged in terms of a sequential manner. In a non-linear data structure, the elements will be arranged in terms of hierarchical manner. So here in this session, we'll take into a detailed overview about the stack. The stack is nothing but a linear data structure which works on the basis of LIFO. That means last in, first out. So whichever the elements we inserted in the last, the same element has to be deleted from the first. Now the stack always will have a top variable, that means a top end. So whatever the elements we wanted to insert or delete, that has to be done through the same end. So there are like real-time examples of stacks. So it can be like arrangement of books, or it can be arrangement of plates, or we can say the girls wearing a bangles. So that even will have an approach of last in first out. So whichever the bangle you have both and first, that has to be removed at the last. There are two operations we can perform it on stack, that is push and pop. So push is used to insert an element to the stack and pop is used to delete an element from the stack. So here example also shows that the stack contains already with the three elements. Okay, so then when we insert an element, the next element will be placed above the C. And again, when we tries to delete an element, so whichever it is inserted in the last, the same element will be deleted at the first. Then there is an algorithm here for inserting an element into the stack. So we know it as a push. So here we can see we have a condition to be checked. It is overflow. So here the overflow is nothing but whenever the size of a stack is reached to a maximum size, so then it becomes a overflow condition. We cannot insert an element. So if it is not overflow, so then we can insert it an element by incrementing the top variable. So top will be incremented to 1, then in the place of top variable the location of an array got, so there we have to insert an element. That what will be shown in the A of top is equals to item. So then this is what an example. So when we increment our top variable, so now in the position the array index value also will be incremented. So in that array position we are inserting our new element called D here. So you have also have a operation called a pop operation, which is to delete an element from an array. So here we'll be having an element. So the top element, which if it is equals to -1, so then it shows that stack is in flow. That means stack is empty. So when we reach that condition, we cannot delete any element from a stack. So if that is not the case, then we can remove an element whichever it is there in the top location and we place it inside a variable called item, then we decrement the top variable. So here we need to know that in case of your relation, we are going to decrement the top variable and we will be checking with a condition called underflow, and in case of your insertion we will be checking with a condition called overflow and we increment the top